and you were given warning,
there you go.
You can't complain.
I like the countdown to the recording. That's good.
I can't guarantee it's going to happen every week.
Very professional.
Yeah, I don't need glasses either. We're both pretending not to be old.
Yeah.
But in fact, we are both old. We wear glasses.
Yeah.
I'm naturally grey. It's just, life goes on.
Good for you, Trev. Good for you.
What do you say? You live a little, you die a little.
You die a little. That's right. That's right.
Stop looking at yourself. I can see you looking at yourself.
I'm looking at the camera, mate.
Nah, you looked at yourself. You pegged yourself. I saw it.
You did
In a
too.
replay, quick replay. I couldn't be bothered editing a replay in, just so you know.
Yeah.
So you're lucky.
All
It's
good.
I'm enjoying the feedback from people on the video.
They say you've definitely got heads for radio. Is that one of the feedbacks we're getting?
I see the comments are encouraging.
Yeah.
They like this format.
Yeah. We'll give you choices. You got a choice. If you want to listen
That's
to
all
this in
we're
your
here
car, you're good. On a run, at the gym, you're good. If
You're
you've got
weird,
time,
but yeah.
if you got time to sit down and watch,
Sit back,
then,
relax.
Yeah. Crack a beer? Would be crack a beer, you reckon? Crack a Diet Coke?
Two teetotalers suggesting you crack a beer or a Sunkist,
Crack a Diet Coke?
whatever you like.
Who are not sponsoring us, by the way.
Mate, if I
contact
could-
us if you do.
If I could crack Sunkist as a sponsor,
Mate,
especially in our current
and
weight
then
loss journey.
all you'd want is just lifetime supply of Sunkist.
No
You wouldn't
sugar.
want money.
I've got a subscription to Sunkist on Amazon.
Oh, so you get a regular order.
Gets delivered here to the office every 2 weeks.
And that's zero sugar. It's like
Zero
diet
sugar.
Sunkist.
It's 0
I
points.
must try that.
And mate, my favourite TikToker, Adam,
Apart from yourself, who's your favourite TikToker?
the bloke that uses very foul language to describe people and weight loss journeys.
I know who you
It's
mean.
great. I love it. It's so
I know who
good
you mean.
because it's real.
Yeah.
Because
He
he's
has
like
liberal use of the C word.
One of my
let's just say.
favourite ones is where he goes, "Here's a green smoothie in a bottle, and
yeah.
here's a Coke Zero.
Yeah.
This thing's got more calories. The green smoothie's got more calories than a Coke Zero. Like it's 0
Wow.
calories.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
yeah. And in the comments, it's always people talking about
What about the chemicals?
the
and all that?
chemicals
Yeah,
and
the sweetener.
of which there's no proof, by the way. But anyway, and I remember we were at Amanda's work fair, and the kids were selling the drinks, and I was in there at one point, and bloke goes, "Oh, is that Sunkist no sugar? I don't worry about it." I went, "Mate, it's better than the good stuff." And he goes, "Yes, except for the cancer." And I went,
Oh.
"Okay, I'm just going to leave that one right there." But I'd prefer to lose 10 kilos than not.
Yeah.
So
Well, everything gives you cancer, they reckon, though. I've read over the years, wine, coffee,
Yeah.
sex, everything gives you cancer.
Really?
Apparently. Is that
That's why I'm
the latest
cancer-free.
excuse you heard? Is that the excuse you heard? I don't want to get cancer. Okay, then. I'll just go drink a Diet Coke then. That's okay. Or a Sunkist, 0 sugar. But, you hear these, they're just headlines, very clickbaity headlines that you click on,
not a doctor.
Are you a clickbait man? Do you click on
Mate,
some some
We're basically
sites?
going to talk about that at the top of the show. Let's be real. But
Yeah.
I hate it.
But no, I
Hate it.
mean, like you see, and it's like you see on, and I don't know how this gets into my feed, like Daily Mail and all these headlines come up,
Yeah.
and it says, revelation, Morning Star's revelation or something,
Yeah.
and then you
Just
find
tell me
out
the story.
You find out that she stubbed a toe or something, and it's that's the revelation.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just
No.
no payoff.
I actually don't see it. I don't think because I don't really visit websites. I don't.
Not Tech Guide or EFTM?
Definitely not.
I read your site.
Mate, I'm reading every day.
I read
I'm
your
checking
site.
what you're doing every day.
I bet you are.
Are you kidding? I check
bet you are.
everyone every day.
Okay.
But no, I don't go to news.com.au or 9news.com.au.
Comes through your social feeds.
Yeah,
it
comes to me.
you. That's right.
And as we've
But
said before,
that's it.
I watch the news at night.
Me
That's
too.
my thing.
And in the morning.
The curated
Yes.
news of the day.
That you can know is legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get headlines on the Today Show. I get in-depth interviews there. I get radio news in the
Sounds
morning.
like an ad for the Today Show.
I wake up with Today.
Hello.
And then at night I get a curated feed of news. And, again, we're going to talk about misinformation in a minute, but people that bag the nightly news saying it's all whatever, it's not. It's actually the most simply curated, balanced form of news you can get. Full stop.
100%.
Every day of the week.
Yeah. I've got 2 TVs in my office, so I'm watching 7 and 9 at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
And it's interesting to see
Just hedging his bets.
on the no-brainer big stories, right? Palestine, Gaza, and all that.
Yeah.
Naturally, they're all lead stories. But it's interesting to see who chooses what for their lead stories on those days. And then they're normally 9 times out of 10, they're probably the same.
Yes.
But interesting to see how they differ.
It often differs because of the talent they've got. They've got someone big, and so they'll run that first. It was interesting today on Wednesday as we're recording. I wasn't watching early, but the Today Show had the Australian dude that was in the mines in India.
I watched that,
And they had him at 5:20 in the morning or 5:40 in the morning or something. And then
they played a bit of it later.
They would have played it all morning, but Sunrise tweeted and Facebook exclusive interview, And so one of the producers from the Today Show, I follow on socials, has posted their shot with their time code and the other shot with their time code going, who's first? It was great. I'm sure that'll appear on
Morning
Media Watch
Wars.
or something like that. Yeah,
Morning
bring
Wars,
it on.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Good show. You haven't watched Morning Wars, have you?
Still haven't watched. It was Series 2.
I'll tell you now, right?
Season 2, I have not.
Season 3, best season of Morning Wars.
Really?
Sensational. Yeah, in my opinion. First season was good. Second season, I reckon, was the worst.
Okay.
A bit slow. That's probably why you're labouring through it, aren't you?
It was 2 episodes, and I went down.
You're labouring through it. Season 3, awesome.
Right.
Yeah, really
good. Give me a headline. Why?
Well, there is like an Elon Musk / Jeff Bezos character in it.
Right.
John Hamm, the actor John Hamm. He was in Mad Men.
Mad Men, yep.
He's that character, and there's a lot of things going on at the TV station. Yep. And do they sell it? Will they do this? And there's all moves happening as well, internal and external. Jennifer Aniston's character's involved with. I don't want to know spoilers.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'm still waiting to watch the rest of Brawn GP because I told the boys they had to catch up to me, and then we'll watch it together. But I think Jackson's brushed me.
Oh, your sons you're talking about. Right?
Harry's decided he'll watch it. So
he's going to go ahead.
Yeah, mate, you're going to love that.
I haven't started yet. I'm looking for new shows to watch.
Brawn GP.
Yeah.
Brawn GP. Fascinating sports story.
Okay.
That's the best way to sell it.
Fascinating sports story. I will watch that.
All right. Well, you can watch that, and we'll all do this.
Welcome to Two Blokes Talking Tech.
Not a bad price.
With Trev Long from EFTM.com.
Really handy device.
And Stephen Fennick from techguide.com.au.
I should get a rubbish bin in here instead of just throwing cans around.
Episode 611. I'll announce the number if you want, okay? Seeing you preoccupied. 611 episode of the Two Blokes Talking Tech podcast. Trevor, over to you.
Oh.
You're the first. Your topic first, mate.
Thanks to Netgear and Arlo, who've been with us for a very long time. We'll tell you more about the Wi-Fi needs and your home security needs shortly. But yes, episode 611 now officially because I've said it on Two Blokes Talking.
That's right. And just for the record, Trevor is always in number 1, microphone number 1. Is that right?
Yeah.
And I'm always number 2.
Yeah.
So that's how it works.
Well,
you set it up. That's how it goes. And even when, remember, you come to mine, and I still put you in number 1.
Mate, I appreciate
just to feed your ego, mate. You know?
And ego fed.
Yeah.
Tick.
Bingo.
I'm a simple man.
Yeah.
And that's as simple as it gets. Now, speaking of being simple, I can get frustrated very easily.
Really?
As you well know.
Really?
It's so good that I'm not on Twitter.
Should have left it, but yeah.
Glad I'm not on Twitter because I feel that part of me has well subsided there. But
until yesterday,
someone described in one of the comments on a recent video of mine said to words to the effect of, "I'm so glad you're in your FU era. This is the way to address stuff." Because there's a couple of things I've done lately where I've just gone, you know what, this is BS, and I'm using the words,
calling it out,
because if you're on TikTok, you should be over 13. I don't care if you hear swearing. My daughter's heard swearing. I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is.
The platform allows it. Like Facebook doesn't allow it, do they?
I don't
Can you
see an
swear
issue.
in a post?
I wouldn't write the swear word.
Right.
But I don't have a problem saying like BS as a word, stuff like that. Anyway, so I was sitting here in the morning and I had been tagged in a video that was, those annoying social videos that are a screenshot and just someone with text on it.
Yeah.
And it was a Maneka Police Department post. And I'll read it because I think it's fair to give it the full statement. And so this is the what am I thinking? I can't see a thing.
Put your glasses on, mate.
This is the Makena Police Department. I looked it up. I think it's in
US.
Illinois.
Right.
IL was when I looked it up.
Yep.
2 days ago, or maybe 3 or 4 now. Important privacy update. If you have an iPhone and have done the recent iOS 17 update, they have set a new feature called NameDrop defaulted to on. This feature allows the sharing of your contact info, just by bringing your phones close together and accepting the share. To shut this off, go to Settings, General, AirDrop, bringing devices together, change to off. Parents, don't forget to change these settings after updating your children's phone as well to keep them safe. I'm thinking, what are you talking about? What's the issue? There's just literally nothing to be alarmed about here. If you and I have like a contact, so let me find. You got your phone there?
Yep.
No, it works for our own contact. So if I bring my phone to yours, and we're both iOS 17,
yep,
and it doesn't work. Really well done, Stephen. Oh, there it goes. It's thinking now, right?
Yep.
And so it comes up, and it says to me, share your contact.
Show me what yours on your screen. What
receive only or share.
So look, there's
well,
mine.
mate, your phone number could be at the bottom there, so I don't want to have to blur it. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, okay, that's actually my home number.
I spent
which is not current anymore. So.
Woo! I spent 15 minutes putting blurs in my TikTok video.
Well, I'll just cover it with my finger.
Pause it.
Who's that handsome rooster? That's
Who's
me.
this bloke? Look at that, hey? What a star.
Where did you get that photo, by the way? Where
at
was
an
that?
Apple event. Like a photography thing.
Yeah.
And someone from Apple took it for me. One of the experts. I'm like, you legend, thank you.
Yeah. So what we see on our screens is what we can share with each other, basically.
And so the point
share
here is
your contact.
It says share or receive only. So I can choose to receive your information, or I can choose, and a little drop-down message appears, whether I want to share my address, my email, my company name, whatever.
Yep.
And I can tick a bunch of boxes, and I can then say save, and I can hit share, and boom.
Yeah.
It shares and it sends it to you, so you've now got my contact card.
Right.
Now,
but there was a lot of, you had to authorise that. It's not like a drive-by.
No,
that's what
it's not like skimming.
Yeah, it's like, you know how that's why they sell those wallets with the safe wallets.
For a crime that's never existed, they sell you RFID wallets.
Well, has it?
It has never. There's
You
never
don't
been
reckon
a
someone
reported
scanned a
case.
credit card?
There's never
Really?
been a reported case of a credit card being used after a skimming. Never.
Right.
A tap and go skimming, that is. You know, traditional American style skimming still happens.
But in this case, this is like the dangers they were describing in that report you read out.
Yes.
Was that someone could
basically just walk around and tap their phone here, tap their phone there, and get your
Yeah.
information. Now, I woke up to, having seen that the night before, I woke up to a video on the talk, which is which is I'll call them out. Stav, Abby, and Matt, who do B105 in Brisbane, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've been on their show. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, and it's
so they were going with it.
This is off air, but I'm sure they talked about it on air. It's with the host, and she demonstrates it. You know, you look it up online. She demonstrates it with her producer. They tap each other's phone together. Now, this is critical. When they tap their phones together, it just goes woof, and then she taps on it, and she can see her contact details.
Her contact that she's about to share.
No. She can see the other person's contact details. But the thing is, those two people have already got that contact. Now, the reason we get permission is because your contact card for me is different to mine. So
I notice all my contact information's old. It's all old.
You've got to update your contact card, Stephen.
Well, I've only updated the photo and the design. I haven't gone all the way, but
you've got to put some work into that. But basically, if you so do this for me now. Look in your contacts.
Yep.
And search for me. Right. So I'm going to look for.
Are you in? I mean, you're in my favourites.
I'm in your favourites. Yes, you're in mine. Yes.
Ah, lovely, mate. That's beautiful.
You idiot.
So here are favourites. You're right at the bottom.
So you'll see here, and I won't show it, but I've got your mobile number. I've got several email addresses.
Yep.
And I've got your website, right?
Okay.
But there's other things that I don't have. So, for example, your home number is not in here.
Ah.
Okay. So that's why when we tapped our phones together, your phone went, you don't have this. Do you want this?
Ah.
Right?
Because you've already got my mobile number. That's why, okay, cool. Well, the number that flashed up is my old home number. So good luck to you getting through to that.
But
that's the old Optus home line.
So
number.
What have you got for me? What do you have EFTM.com listed as a business, for example?
No.
See, my contact card has my business name. It has my home address in it.
Yep.
So,
but it's got I can tap mail, and that's got your email.
Yeah. But basically, there's something
new.
Your
email's here as well.
There's something new about my contact that you didn't have. which is why our phone said, do you want to share some information?
Right.
For this radio announcer and her producer, their phones
They've already
guaranteed
know each other.
just had a name and a phone number. Most people's contacts are just a name and a phone number, right? And so, if
the more effective demonstration of that would have been two strangers
correct
coming together
correct
and then seeing the process.
and
so
realizing
in this instance, they knew each other and they had their information anyway.
all it did was open up
It
their
just
contact
showed
card
what
for them.
we got. Yeah.
It opened up an existing
And
bit
so
of information.
they thought, hello, we've got a scoop here.
Correct.
Right.
They did not.
They didn't talk to the two blokes.
They didn't
about
bring
it.
a tech expert.
Yeah.
And there's many of them in the
And
country.
you've been on that station?
99% of them are sitting right here. I think I have. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't take long to ring around. But also, and this is where I kind of get to with the misinformation thing, it's convenient not to really understand the problem.
What's the saying? Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
In their defense, they tested it, you know?
Yeah.
They did this test and they came up with that result. But
Yeah.
I nervously went, oh my God, mate, am I misinterpreting this? Is this wrong?
Yeah.
So I got
But you know
someone
what?
else to check exactly that situation.
Right.
And it did that. It brought up their contact card.
Yeah.
We could
Like to a non-tech expert, which is nearly everyone, right? Is they'll think, oh my God,
this is a worry. So the number of people that I then saw, so I did a video going, guys, can we just all relax?
Calm down.
It's
Calm
rubbish.
down. Yeah.
And here's let me demonstrate it. And then I had these comments going, no, I've deleted it. That's horrible. It's a bad feature. And I'm like, you're going to regret it because it's actually an awesome feature.
Yeah.
For that time where it's like it's the modern business card.
Yeah,
it's a
exactly
brilliant
right.
feature.
Yeah.
So if we are at an Apple-only event, you know, because obviously we can't do it when we're with Oppo or Motorola or something because not everyone has the right device. But if we're at an Apple event and, you know, you're chatting to someone at dinner because we all have these big group dinners and something, say, what's your phone number? You could just go like that, boom, done.
You're doing
and
your
we're
best.
exchanged.
Doing your best. You want someone's
All right,
number?
that's
I'm not
not
talking about you. I'm talking about if there's someone with an iPhone doing their best, they're thinking, oh, can I get your number? And that's as easy as it is.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
There you
that's
go.
why it exists. But if you are sharing a new piece of information, if you are receiving a new piece of information, you get to choose.
Yeah.
And in fact, it must be a two-way street.
Yeah.
You have to say send, I have to say receive.
Yeah.
Like
That's the way, isn't it? That's how it's always got to be.
all the companies to be beating up about privacy.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that Apple is the center of this because they're just not.
Yeah. And Apple, like privacy is something they pride themselves on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
But isn't it frustrating how simple a story like that can just go
it went viral.
wild?
It went crazy.
Like that
Yeah.
radio
Well-
station had 300,000 views and they've only got 18,000 followers. It was clearly big for them.
Yeah. It had the right ingredients. It had not a conspiracy theory, but like a viral threat, like a worry, right? A worry of the technology and information. Our security had a security worry.
Yep.
It involved Apple,
Yep.
iPhone, tick, 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 tick. So it had all the ingredients for this to become a good conspiracy theory, let's call it,
Yeah.
and for it to go viral.
But even
but the demonstration, which wasn't really fully explained and clear,
Yeah.
kind of demonstrated that it works.
Yeah, that's the problem. They
it
feel like they
works too
validated
well.
themselves.
Yeah.
But see, even the police department update said literally, tap your phone together and accepting the share.
Yeah.
So what's the issue?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it'd be like saying, careful you don't walk past a payment terminal because you might accidentally pay for something.
yeah.
Isn't that the similar level of security here? You've got to approve the payment. You've got to approve the acceptance or the sending of your information.
Yeah.
It's the same security. So if you're comfortable using your phone to pay for something,
Yeah.
the same level of security applies to this NameDrop.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I just
If-
kind of the main the crux of where I went with it was, can we just stop spreading misinformation if you don't know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Because it's problematic because it feeds the tinfoil hat style people who are out there, and we'll talk about scams in a minute, but they're the same people that fall victims of those things because they're open-eyed to this kind of conspiracy style, distrusting style.
They think the worst too. They
That's
think
right.
the worst. Like what's the saying? The lie can make it round the world before the truth puts its pants on, sort of thing. You know,
Wow.
the whole
I like that.
it can spread really quickly.
Yeah.
If put it this way, if you did a TikTok showing the actual use of NameDrop and
Yes.
how it works, you got to do this and receive and do that.
Yeah.
Showing all the security features, that would have far less views than the the negative side of things.
And that's right. Like,
look at this security alert.
You know,
oh my God! Look at
my
this.
video's done well, but nowhere near as well as the one that concerns people, because it's the engagement on the concern that makes it go viral.
Yeah, that again lends itself to the fact that, okay, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. Don't let the truth get in the way of my views here.
Yeah,
it's that's and why did they share that post? Because they wanted the views, they wanted the likes, they wanted the virality of it. And so for something to go viral, that's a factor. It's got to have those ingredients.
Yeah.
And they didn't have the asterisk to say, but you know what, this, if you do this, it's actually secure.
That's right.
They didn't have that little disclaimer there.
Like you just read through the comments and you think to yourself, like, is this a place I want to be engaged with? Are these people that I want to share the world with? If sometimes you go, seriously, can we just invest in Darwin's theory for a little while and sort this out? Because it is wild how, people just, I don't know. It's just, Apple's not a corporate entity I trust. Okay,
I know.
Who cares, mate?
But but the whole negativity though, it's like the old. I remember back in my newspaper days, like bad news is good news.
Yeah.
If there's something massive happening, you're not going to sell 1 million papers if you get a cat out of a tree.
Yeah, I know.
But you're going to sell 1 million papers when planes fly into the World Trade Center. You know what I mean? So bad news is good news for circulation, and in
also,
this case, the views.
It kind of leads to the I guess the world of comments and how. Like you've talked about.
I've had some experience.
The difference. You read some comments to me, and you can read them in a second. You read some comments to me off a TikTok video that you did on the Tesla Model 3.
Yeah.
And the same video on a different platform. I could tell when you were reading the comments that was not your Instagram, because your Instagram and Facebook are kind of like mine. They're your people, they're your audience. Yep. Whereas when you're on TikTok, you can tell the odd comment is like, oh, thank you, I really trust your information, thank you, good. Yeah. Those people know who you are. Yep. But the rest of them, they're just narcs.
Yeah, exactly right. And I shared the video of I just got the new Model 3 to drive for the week. And the comments were, keep it in a fireproof garage. Good luck on the insurance. Thanks for the high electricity prices. Cheers. No, thank you. You can keep it. All the coal and oil to build that. Does it come with a solar panel? What a joke. Honestly, doesn't look much different. Drive it and keep microwaving your body. That's a new one.
Wow.
It's a no from me. To hope it doesn't catch fire on you. No better for the environment than petrol or diesel. Don't be fooled. Would never buy EV. Sad. Costs more in resources than normal cars. And just a crying, laughing emoji. And that is every single comment was negative. Not one of them saying, "Oh, that looks cool." Yeah. But on Instagram, I had a couple of comments saying, "Oh, yeah, looks good." I think there was a comment. Someone said, "Oh, I think I spotted one in Brisbane," and another couple of people said, "Oh, I love the T-shirt." I had my Yellowstone T-shirt on. So, isn't it funny? Instagram and TikTok is like chalk and cheese. Not only like they've both had about the same number of views on each platform, but one has been viewed through the narc lens, whereas Instagram, which is sort of mostly your friends, have looked at it through more of the straight lens rather than putting a spin on it.
It's funny how people choose to express themselves, isn't it? Like,
mate, would you take the trouble to write that down? Like,
not on a random thing. Yeah. Like, I will comment on stuff.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think the fact it's a Tesla, well, that got people's attention.
Here's the thing.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who hate Tesla.
There's a bloke that drives a Model Y around thinking he's the king of the world and does a TikTok every third day or third hour really about it. And
he's a fanboy.
Oh, so bad. Like, so bad.
I know a few people like that.
Most of the time, I just want to comment, mate, please.
Give it up.
Just give it up.
Right. Does he get a lot of views on him? Or
he goes, all right. Like, congratulations. But, and I'm confident he feels he's educating the potential buyer. And it does feed into the audience in many ways. But also, I'm like, mate, you're not actually looking at this at all objectively. Yeah. Like, there's nothing.
Fan site. You're a fan site.
There's nothing objective about what you're doing right now. So it's fascinating. But I guess that's the world. We can't change it. It's not going to change anytime soon.
But you got to remember too, the very point, the very reason people are on these platforms, a lot of them, is to go viral, and they'll do anything to go viral, and you can't take if even if your video, in this instance, the video is not accurate in terms of how the function works.
Yeah.
You don't have to give back the views. You've still got the views.
No,
it's not like you got to say, "Oh, sorry, I was wrong."
And even if you do,
back the
even
views.
if you do,
Yeah.
do a "We're sorry,"
yeah,
that video will get
that'll go viral too.
No, it won't. It'll get 100 views,
Maybe,
and you'll be like,
maybe.
"Who cares? That's the algorithm's fault."
Yeah.
Are you
So-
going to delete the video?
No.
Are you going to push back the followers you get because of a video? No.
Well, it reminds me of what we spoke about last week, where Facebook had that ad from Gina Reinhart that's been there since January.
Mate, I
and
checked
it's
an hour
making
ago.
money. Yeah.
It's still there.
There you go. So that's doing well for them, and they're not going to take it down. Just like these videos that might not be 100% accurate. And the disturbing thing, like for a lot of, I don't know what your TikTok feed would look a lot different to mine, but I'm
Yes,
just
because
saying.
I respect my feed.
I do too.
I know
but
what's in
like,
yours.
I like it's what you dwell on is what you get, right? If you watch a video start to finish, if I like watching videos of someone carving wood,
I get a lot of knife sharpening.
I'm going to get a lot. I'm going to get a lot of those videos, right? And it just it's sad to think.
Let's
that,
do something. Open up your phone. No.
Hang
Go
on.
on. Yeah,
It's just
talk.
sad to think that there's a lot of people. Their only objective is to go viral.
Yes.
and they'll do anything to go viral. They'll like I've seen idiots on social media where they'd go into a supermarket and dive into a display and film it and then run
There's
out.
a bloke with,
You know,
I'm going to
like-
say, 8 million followers who a couple of days ago I saw this video of a house fire, and then it came up again in my feed, and he's saying he's in tears, crying, his house is burnt down.
Yeah.
Now, I've got to tell you, I didn't believe it. I watched several of the videos going, mate, is it really your house? Because
would you be thinking of your house is on fire? Would you think I've got to do a TikTok on this?
He posted a video with voicemail recording of him leaving a voicemail with someone while he was trying to exit the house. Dude, why did you even take your phone with you?
Yeah.
But it just didn't feel genuine at all.
Right.
And there was definitely people going, I actually can't understand whether this is
And it
real
was
or
his
not.
house?
Apparently, he hasn't said otherwise.
Wow.
But it's one of those things where you're like, is this actually real? I don't know, because he's one of those people that makes that content that's just, there for the views, just trying to get views.
If my house was on fire, I would be thinking, how can I make some content out of this?
No.
Would you be thinking that?
Not at all.
My house is on fire. I'm getting the hell out of there.
Right,
I'm
so
trying to put the fire out.
Open TikTok on your phone. Put it right here, just next to me. Put it on the.
I'm a bit worried here.
Well, we're not going to put it on camera, okay? I'm not going to put it on camera.
I'm not worried
All right,
at all,
so
mate.
we
All
go to
good.
the
Hang on.
homepage
Face ID.
on
All right.
For
TikTok.
You, right? Okay.
Hang on.
Put it side by side.
For You. Okay.
And
home.
look,
For You, yes.
We'll use no obvious terms to describe what we're seeing.
Okay.
But just swipe and see what
movie
sort of
clip.
content.
Movie clip.
History. Pizza. Cooking.
Health. Don't use cotton buds.
Don't use cotton buds. That lady that redesigns logos.
No, I've got someone the scare pranks. I get a lot of scare pranks.
Right. Ed Sheeran.
I've got another movie clip.
An ad that's a wealth coach.
A clip from Porn Stars, the
TV show.
the pawn shop,
Yep.
not the chicken and corn.
Some dude with a Grinch filter.
I've got a remarkable ad.
Wow.
The little tablet.
Oh, yeah.
Remarkable.
John Laws on the Daily Telegraph. See, that's a really fascinating one. I don't remember seeing the Daily Telegraph before, but I'm a massive radio fan. So
yes. Okay. I've
Isn't that
got someone making something out of paper mache.
an ad, I can't even work out what it's for.
I've got a clip from Saturday Night Fever, and I watched it yesterday.
Okay, I need to watch this
Yes.
one. It's a Lego gift wrapping machine. Anyway, so
Another film clip from a film.
isn't it amazing
Yeah.
though?
How different we were different. Yeah.
Like we're pretty similar individuals,
Yep.
but our interests broadly differ. But we have a lot of similarities. But
I didn't mention all the chicken and corn.
I was watching. He
there
didn't
was
have
no
any
chicken and corn.
That was nothing like
There
his
was
Instagram feed.
There was nothing. No one in bikinis. Nothing.
It was
like
nothing like your Instagram feed.
that. But if you saw that, right? If you saw that on TikTok, I'm sure you see like women and stuff.
I've seen women
and
on
you
TikTok.
go, oh my god, I can't see that.
It's
I can't look at
unbelievable.
that.
Swipe.
Woo, get that out of here.
Book my
You
plane.
go. Okay.
Slowly scroll away.
For later.
But here, it's a great. You know what? It's a great thing to do. I did that once with Jackson.
Oh,
We sat there
that's
and we
courageous.
Well, I just think because
Yeah.
that's what you got to have. You got to have that open conversation
Fair
that goes, let's talk about social media,
Right.
And let's scroll
And
through
what
each other's
came in his
phones.
way?
Nothing. It was boring.
All Formula One stuff.
It was
and
yes,
racing.
100%.
So it's like a mirror of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's boring like me.
There you go.
Your Instagram feed is worse than his. I'll tell you that
Jacko,
right now.
come on, mate.
Yeah, Uncle Steve's got some advice for you.
Yeah, mate.
Anyway,
my Instagram is...
mate, you can't show your Instagram.
No.
Because I've seen it.
Well, that's not my fault, mate. That's the algorithm.
It's not the algorithm. You're following those people.
Not all. Like when I'm looking through reels, I'm not. Yeah.
I'll give you one last thing on this because it's... But no, here's the thing.
What are you trying to do to me, mate?
My Instagram doesn't... Like, honestly, you could scroll for days and you wouldn't see any scantily clad people, right? But if you
my God.
But if you go to my search page...
Yeah, me too. That's
all it is.
Well, let me show you my search page.
Like,
okay, here you go.
There's no Formula One.
Hang on a minute. There's my search page. It's different to yours.
Mine is yours.
What do you mean?
Like, you might want
Nothing.
mine.
Nothing. Look at this.
That's
unbelievable. Is that my phone or yours?
Look
is
at that
my phone?
one Dodgers photo.
What the hell?
It's unbelievable.
I've got to say, mine is normally like that, but today it's not. I need to reboot this thing. I'm gonna hang on. Let me do something. I'll close because I choose to get 0 notifications.
Right.
I only get notifications on WhatsApp.
Yes.
Messages.
Yes.
And phone calls.
Right.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Nothing else gets notifications.
Right. Okay.
So I choose to go into the app and receive the notifications.
Of course.
So often I find that Instagram, I need to sort of, you know, how you can shut it down and then restart it.
Yeah.
And that'll kick in the notifications within the app will even show up there. Sometimes they don't show up in the app.
How's your Explore page looking now, mate?
A bit better.
It's back.
A bit better, yeah.
It's back.
Bit better.
It's back, ladies and gentlemen.
I've got to say, there's this one guy, the
Piece has been
kindergarten
restored.
preschool apprentice. Have you seen this?
No.
He's funny. This little kid, I don't know how they do that. He's imitating... It's not him, obviously. It's like AI happening, but he looks like Trump, sounds like Trump, and it's a little kid. Preschool. One thing he said, he goes, we went on a field trip, he goes, and the trip wasn't to a field. Yes, it was. I don't know what was going on. He goes, it was tremendous, but it wasn't to a field.
Last account recommendation. I randomly came across a guy called the Aircraft Mechanic or something like that.
You're an aircraft nerd.
Oh, fully.
Big time.
I think he's on Instagram as well.
Being at an airport for Trev is like watching porn for other people. Is that true? Is that fair?
Airplane Facts with Max was his account, right?
Yep.
Now, I actually came across him, Airplane Facts with Max, right?
You met him in person?
No, I came across him on TikTok first, right? But it was because it was one of those hilarious, you know, when people are doing a video and it's a girl going, if you want advice on how to meet a girl, and then quickly it's like a swipe, it's a stitch, and they go, yep, nah. And so it's this woman going, well, the problem, the men with women or something. He goes, yep, nah. And he's on an aircraft, and he goes, this is a Boeing 737. And then he equates everything to Lord of the Rings references, like deep.
And you know this?
No, not at all.
Okay.
But it's written there. But it's like listening to you talk about Star Wars, as boring as hell, like the storyline, the plot, the most random things. And he does such a great job of converting this Lord of the Rings knowledge into this boring, weird airplane fact video. So funny.
Okay.
So if you're into Lord of the Rings, airplane facts with Max.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
It's much more Lord of the Rings than planes.
Big crossover, planes and Lord of the Rings. I suppose you need to be a nerd to enjoy both. Is that what he's trying to say?
I think that might be the point.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
so you're a nerd for planes, but not for movies.
No, that's right.
Yeah. Wow. Isn't that funny? Planes and cars, but not movies.
I love how perplexed you are.
Yeah.
Like your face is literally so confused by me.
Your nerd meter is different to mine. I'm a massive nerd, but I'm a nerd for other things.
You know what else is off for me?
What's that?
I found this out today.
What's that?
Or yesterday at the Today Show. My age meter. I can't guess. I can't guess anyone's age.
People's age?
No. I was
Really?
with Taylor, the meet and greet, and she was like, "How old do you think that person is?" And I went, 61. She laughed. He's 69. I went, "Oh my God." And then she goes, "How old do you think I am?"
the right decade.
I am. I said, "I'm not playing that game."
Always go unders. Go unders.
Oh, I thought I did.
If a woman asks you, how old do you think I am, say 23. And just think, no, I'm 40.
Don't ask me to guess your age. I got no idea.
Yeah, me neither.
No idea.
You know what? It depends on the person.
I don't see age.
Just like we don't see colour either. Do we?
Oh, okay,
we don't see colour because we're colourblind. No, I'm not colourblind.
Two Blokes Talking Tech.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
I see what you did there, you sneaky bastard, eh? I see what you did there. You live a bit, you die a bit, mate. It's all good. And like I say, mate, see this solid wig here?
Yep.
You know, you don't paint You don't paint a crumbling house.
Are you? What's it called to be baldest?
You don't paint a crumbling house.
Are you being baldest?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I feel like you're being baldest.
Now, the old saying was impersonation was the sincerest form of flattery. Do you ever heard that saying?
No, I've definitely heard that saying.
Well, in 2023, impersonation is something that is actually become a real danger thanks to the wonders of AI and how scams are taking this technology and launching it to be, I think, probably the most potent scam that we could be be dealing with.
Right.
You think about impersonation scams. We've already seen them, phishing emails. That's
Talked
an
about
impersonation
Gina
scam.
last week.
Yeah,
You know,
but like in terms of receiving a phishing email,
Yes.
you receive an email that's impersonating your bank or your other financial,
Amazon.
your gas company or whatever, a utility. And that fooled a lot of people. So impersonation's a big key to the scams. So take it forward now with AI where it's now possible to impersonate people's voices, people's likeness, not only pictures but also videos of famous people. And you were talking earlier on the Today Show this week about how, I think was the clip you played of Carl Stefanovic.
Yeah, I wrote the script and then said to them, I'll write Carl's bit and I'll get it recorded in Carl's voice without Carl's input.
Right.
And it was done, long story short, there's a new podcast series called Anatomy of a Scam, which has been done by the 9 podcast group. And they'd done all this AI stuff in it. And I said, can you do that for me with Carl's voice?
Yeah.
They used 2 minutes of Carl on the Today Show.
Yep.
And turned around what I thought was an unbelievably good clip.
Yeah, sounded like it.
And it was so easy to do, by the way.
Yeah.
That Carl was sick on Monday. We were worried he wasn't going to be there on Tuesday. So I said, do one for Alex Cullen.
Yep.
And they did it in like half an hour.
Wow.
And it sounded just as good.
Sounded like him.
And look, when you listen to it and you know these people really well, you can definitely re-listen and hear it.
Yeah.
But if that was a phone call, like
Absolutely.
you know Carl's voice, right?
Yeah.
But if your phone rang, private number, and it said, "G'day, Steve, Carl Stefanovic here, mate."
Yeah.
You'd be like, "Oh, g'day, mate."
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you'd be
wow.
a bit flustered because he's
I said,
never
what
called you,
happened?
right?
What happened? Is Trevor dead? What happened to Trevor?
You'd be like, "I'm available."
Trevor who?
He wouldn't ask. And then he said, "Mate, I can't get a hold of Trev. I need you to send $100 to this PayPal address or something, right?" That's the scam. It's some sort of desire, desperate, something like that.
Yep.
We spoke to on that podcast. They spoke to a mum who'd received a phone call, and essentially the person said, "We're holding your daughter to ransom." And you could hear her. They put the daughter on, and the daughter was frantic, saying, "Mum, it's me. You've got to do something." Da da da. And the mum was like, "Holy hell!" About to transfer the money or whatever. Until the sister in the other room goes, "Hang on a minute, Jesse, or whoever it is with Dad. I'll ring Dad." She rings Dad. They're at the shops together. They're fine. But she was so convinced that it was real.
Well,
so convinced.
In that instance, you're not going to think, "Is this real? Does this sound
you're
like her?"
worried.
Like you're thinking, your instincts kick in. You're thinking, "My God, what's going on?" It's a
that's-
shock of it, and that's the whole. That's part of the
play.
scam is you got to make a decision. It's you because like the other scams we've spoken about, where they create that sense of urgency. "Oh, do this. Police are warrant for your arrest if you don't pay your taxes." Or some people thinking, "Oh, geez, I need to act." So that's the ultimate urgency if in that case. But if it's your child, sounds like your child. You're thinking, you're not going to say, "Is that you, Harry? Is that really you, Jackie? Is that you?" Like I'm thinking, "Holy hell, what am I doing?
What do you need me to do?"
Yeah.
Like your parental instincts kick in, right?
That's the level of AI we're at, aren't we? With cyber criminals using this type of technology, you really got. I honestly reckon, like you use the case with the mother and the daughter thinking that she's being kidnapped.
Yep.
I honestly reckon, and I'm going to do this with my kids. I reckon there has to be a code word.
That's one of the pieces of advice I've been given.
If you have been kidnapped, I want you need to tell me the code word.
Yep. Verify your family identity.
What's our code word?
Yeah, and it's not South or Sharky or something obvious.
Yeah.
It's a word.
Yes.
And that word is how we validate this is really you.
Yeah.
And you might have to. This sounds crazy because it's like the nuclear codes, but you might have to change it every month.
Yeah.
To make sure that you're all across it,
It's
right?
not compromised. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Crimson Tide.
Yeah. Because the other thing I learned was these are not kids in a basement scamming us. Even though they could probably do it, right?
These are sophisticated.
These are criminal organisations.
Yeah.
They're businesses to the point where they have a creative team.
Oh, yeah.
So they have a
And
creative team
they work office hours.
whose job is to come up with the next big scam.
Yeah.
And then they have a technical
Can you
team
imagine
whose job
that-
is to make it happen.
Can you imagine that board meeting? Say, okay, what do you got for us, guys?
What do you got for us? Come on, pitch me. Pitch me.
I've got this amazing AI voice impersonation. We can sort of ring the mum, have the daughter's voice ready to go.
Yep.
Oh yeah, like that. Put a pin in that. Well, I don't mind that. What about you, mate? Oh well, we've got these celebrity voices that we can easily get their voices off the internet.
Saw this on the front
We
page
can
of an
do this
Australian
here.
news website. I think we could
yeah.
tap on that.
What else is doing? Oh, we got other little
What?
voice scams.
Imagine being
Yeah.
in that meeting.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're right. A lot of people don't think they think it's some people in just alone in a dark room. But these, like you said, these are organisations that have like people working office hours, going. That's their job, and they're massive, lucrative businesses. That's why they still exist.
Yes.
And
They make money.
It's a lot. It's an industry unto itself, and it's not going away anytime soon because they're getting their targets. The money's huge. They're hitting their targets. People, even if like a small percentage of people react to the scam, that's still big money for them.
Now, two things that are good news about scams.
Yes.
Firstly, I was talking with Amazon and it was in mid-October, they had a thing where, along with Microsoft and a few other organizations, they worked with what's called the Central Bureau of Investigation in India. It's not the FBI, it's the CBI, which is the law enforcement arm in India.
Right.
And they actually did raids on call centers in India who are responsible for these like Amazon and Microsoft phone call scams.
Wow.
So that stuff is happening.
Yeah, well,
So-
they have call centers. You go in and multi-story building full of people on phones.
That stuff's absolutely
Yeah.
happening. And then
Did they say when they get in there, get that India? Did they say
Get
that?
that India.
That's what I'd be saying.
I don't know when this episode will drop, but I suspect it'll be probably in a couple of weeks for Anatomy of a Scam. But we spoke to this bloke who's at a university in Sydney, and he's created a computer that receives phone calls. So it's it's a computer with a phone and receives a call, and then it talks to the scammers.
So it uses AI to say, hey, how you going?
This bloke is a genius. He realised he was at the park one day with his kids and he got a call and he did what I do. He goes, yep, oh, really? Oh, no. What should I do? And then his kids needed him, so he hung up and he realised, he looked at his phone and he went, I was on the phone for 27 minutes there. And he went, I've stopped that person from calling X number of other
10
people.
other people.
So he's created a computer technology that can receive thousands of calls an hour and basically waste the time of scammers.
Yeah.
So it's not fighting back at them, it's just wasting their time. So they think they're having a legit conversation with Betty from Blacktown. Oh, okay, what do I do? Do I get to my computer? And it learns, it builds. And so basically we could get to a point, he hasn't done this yet, but he could get to a point where, Telstra, because Telstra and Vodafone and Optus, right, they're taking calls and they're blocking them, blocking the calls.
Yep.
Great, well done. Telcos are doing a pretty good job. We respect that. But imagine they didn't block the calls; they divert them.
They answer them,
They don't let them through to us, but they divert them to that computer.
That's a great
and
idea.
it wastes the time of scammers. Bravo!
There's a good. I'm trying to remember the name of the YouTube channel. They're
the
also
guy that cracks down on them.
Yeah, there's a guy who actually
finds their names.
Yeah, finds their names, where they're located. You know that.
So
that
good.
account?
I watched one the other day.
And he then you hear the scammers blowing up saying, "Why did you do that?" And he goes, "Oh look, did I?" And he uses the voice of an old lady.
Yeah.
He goes, "I'm sorry, Sonny, I didn't know I was supposed." He goes, "Why did you do that?" The guys.
I was watching one the other day of this guy who logged into their computers and deletes their files.
Yeah, he hacks them.
So good.
That's
and
awesome.
then he says
He
their
goes, aren't
address.
you your name? Yeah, and he goes, and they say no. They ask him where he lives.
Yep.
And he goes, I live in, and he tells them their address. And they go, there's silence at the other end. They go, sorry, we've lost our connection or something. It's
so good.
It's awesome. Love that.
Anyway,
Love it. But you know what? What better people to get back at?
Oh, so good.
It's like sucked in. Like if there's karma in the world, they deserve all the bad karma that's out there. For all the people they've ripped off.
Yeah.
Like you look at the victims, it's like you hear the stories, people lost their life savings, old people that gave up all their money, they trusted this person on the other end and they just took it off them.
Yeah.
Like
scum.
Burn in hell.
And you know what? The most important thing we've talked about a few times is talk about it. Talk about it with your family this
especially
summer.
your parents, your grandparents, because they're the ones who are thinking, oh, look, I found this great deal for a Christmas present and they've lost their money.
Yep.
They're the ones, you're right, they're more susceptible. They're not as savvy about it. And look, but a lot of these other scams, you're thinking, this could happen. That could fool anyone.
Yep.
There's a lot of these scams that are, you could be the tech savviest person on the planet, but if you hear this voice saying, Dad, I need help, you could easily fall for that.
Yeah.
It's a worry.
Yeah.
So we need to stay ahead of it.
Stay ahead of it, stay alert, stay aware.
And come up with that code word. The code word.
I think it's a great idea.
I'm serious too, yeah.
It's a great idea. It's not going to be strong like a password. It's got to be a word, but it can't be understandable or relatable to anyone outside of your family. It has to be that.
Yeah.
It has to be that important.
That's right.
Not the name of someone who's passed, not anything like that. Just
code word. Could be gecko. Could be anything. Yeah. It could be something random.
Gecko. Stephen's kids, gecko.
No, gecko.
Two Blokes Talking Tech.
Everything about tech you never wanted to know. This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
And we do it all thanks to the great people at Netgear, and the Netgear website is there to help you understand which product you need. And this is what I love about it. If you don't know which Orbi you want, you need Orbi because you need the best Wi-Fi possible for your home. You need a dome of great high-speed internet across your whole home, not just in the corner where the modem is. You go to the Netgear website and you literally answer 4 or 5 questions. The first question is, what internet speed do you pay for currently? And it doesn't matter what you say, it customizes your answer, your results based on your answers. How many devices are in your home? I'm going to say up to 20, even though I have 80. How many devices could be streaming at any one time? The lowest is 1 to 3, because you don't have a lot of people that are streaming at the same time. How would you characterize your internet usage? Let's say light. And then what describes you in terms of technology? I don't jump into new things. I love it, the latest gadgets. You fill that out, you answer that question, and it tells you which Orbi is right for you and why. A great way to narrow down your choice, because then obviously you can shop online at netgear.com.au. Direct from Netgear, you can buy 3-pack or 2-pack. You can buy the Black Edition products. It's a great way.
How about a 6-pack like I got under here?
Hidden.
It's at the back of the fridge.
How long till we see that?
It's at the back of the fridge. It's coming out. It's coming out.
Is it?
Yeah, getting there.
Anyway, Netgear just sell mainly 2 and 3 packs, but if you're special like Stephen, you can talk about your 6-pack, and it's all about providing award-winning, unmatched performance across your home with tri-band mesh technology. Find a retailer, buy online, whatever you need to do. It's all at netgear.com.au.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech with Trevor Long and Stephen Fennick.
46 minutes into the show.
And we said, what are we going to talk about this week? We always say that, and we just come up with stuff.
We really do.
Yeah.
I
can talk underwater.
I replaced a 3.5-year-old Hisense TV with the U7KAU at home.
Yep.
Now, the U7KAU is not their best TV, and it's not their cheapest TV, right? I reckon it sits pretty much smack bang in the middle, but it is mini LED, and it's got those kind of fast motion, 200 smooth motion, they call it, 144 hertz.
200 hertz,
it's got everything you need for gaming, all that kind of stuff. But so it's funny to me, the 55-inch model is listed at $1,500. I think you'd probably find it at $1,100 or $1,200 at JB and the like. And the 100-inch, what did it start at? $7,000.
Yep.
And I saw it during Black Friday at $4,500.
Wow, for the 100.
$4,500 for the 100-inch TV.
A few people would have gone, let's go, baby.
I think so.
Black Friday, that's awesome.
I think so.
Yeah,
that's that was probably one of the better Black Friday deals out there.
100-inch for $4,500.
And here's the thing about 100 inches. Let me explain. You and I know that they're measured diagonally.
Correct.
A lot of people don't realise that, because I said kids were playing Fortnite. I said, rightio, fire it up. Let's play split screen 4 people. So they go, you can only have 2 at a time. I said, and I go, why? They go, because it'd look tiny. And I went, if we had 4 people playing here, we'd have 4 50-inch TVs. Yeah. Victoria goes, no, Dad, they would not be 50 inches. 4 into 100 is not 50. I went, I'll stop you right there, babe. It is. There's 4 50-inch TVs on the wall. Yeah. And she's like, oh, my God. But
she was just questioning.
Let me be clear.
The two blokes?
Everyone. Samsung's got research that says that most people that buy 75, 85 either love it or regret not going bigger. Right? It's like 98% of people either love it or regret not going bigger.
Yeah.
And honestly, 100 inches in a lounge room where you can sit back. I sit 4 meters from the TV.
Yep.
It's spectacular.
So the appropriate distance.
But do you want to know the best thing about that TV?
What's that?
The speed, the
Right.
processor.
Yeah.
You know when you press the home button on a TV and
Yep.
it kind of loads,
Yep.
or you press the menu button and it kind of appears,
Yes.
and I
It's
want
instant.
responsiveness.
Yes.
This thing is
well.
responsive. I thought it
It's
was
got the latest.
I had to
It's
check,
like your phones, you know. If you haven't had a phone for a while,
You don't
think, oh, wow,
realise.
how fast is this phone? Yeah.
but that's the compromise sometimes with a cheaper TV.
Yeah.
If you get an
True,
LED
yeah,
TV or
true.
something, or you
Yeah.
don't, you're in the Hisense range. Just keep in the Hisense range. They've got
Yeah.
their mini LED X.
Yeah, I'm seeing that
Bloody
next week. I'm
Pro,
reviewing
all
that
that
next
kind of
week.
jazz,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's their top tier. That's their
Yeah.
best stuff.
Yeah.
That thing should be snappy as all hell.
Yep.
I guess I just didn't expect it to be as good as it is in this mid to high range, which is where the U7KAU is.
Wow.
Really impressive.
Which is sort of the bread and butter TV, let's say, for the
I
mini
reckon
LED.
it is. Because it's
Like,
mini
I'm-
LED still.
Yeah, right. Because I'm seeing the mini LED X, so the top of the line one in
Yep.
there next week. But you're right. The responsiveness, I think, is a feature. People expect it. Like they're on their phones. They've got like a relatively new phone.
Yep.
They're expecting things to be snappy.
Yep.
I don't think people are patient anymore. And you hear it, like I know people like, oh, they upgraded from the iPhone 11, they now got the iPhone 15. They go, how fast is this phone? It's
Yeah.
amazing. I said, well, that's because it's a brand new chip. And you're right, there's a lot of what makes a cheap TV different to an expensive TV. That's one of the factors. One of them's got a super fast processor, the actual screen quality is better, the color processor is better. They're the little steps that
I'm
make
not
it
going to lie.
better.
I was
Yeah.
legit nervous about putting it in because I thought, I know I'm getting this because I want the 100 inches. But, am I going to regret it for many reasons? Picture quality, speed, performance, that kind of stuff. I've got to tell you, picture quality is sensational.
Yeah.
Because, and this is the thing, right? This is not the TV I have in the office that we switch TVs all the time. This is the one that sits on the wall for, probably years.
That's your family TV.
And we had a great Hisense 85-inch TV from, I think it was 3 years ago.
Yep. But that was a mini LED,
Not
was
mini
it?
LED.
Yeah.
It wasn't even the highest level of full array backlighting that they had.
Yeah, right.
And I remember, I think I said to you, watching Greyhound when it came out because it was during COVID on
Yes.
Apple TV.
Tom Hanks on Apple TV.
And there's this, the credits of that movie are black screen, white text, and grey photos appear in the corner.
Yeah.
And they do this, they kind of gently appear.
Yep.
And I remember going, oh, it was kind of struggling to deal with that. I could see the backlighting
old TV.
struggling.
Yeah.
And on a mini LED, it's
sharp as.
and this is the thing.
Yeah.
When you buy a TV, you're going from something that's probably 4, 5, 7, 10 years old
Something even older,
into
yeah.
something brand new.
Yeah.
You'll be
It's-
blown away
well,
by it.
Yeah, exactly.
You really
right.
will.
So mini LED is a big difference there. And
Yeah,
the
100%.
entire range now has mini LED. Mini LED X, the top of the line, has the premium mini LED. But the whole range is mini LED, which is very impressive. And that makes a huge difference in the contrast, the sort of accuracy of the colour and all of that. That's and
it's
how
great
many
to-
dimming zones are in that one?
They
100 inch.
never say, but I
Yeah.
think the 100 goes to 5,000
Yeah.
or something like that.
And
like
it's 4K.
4K.
So even at 100 inches, you never saw pixels. It was pretty good, pretty sharp.
no.
Because that's the reason why a lot of 8K TVs exist. Is so
For the upscaling
So if you
and
want to
to-
sit really close to it,
Yeah.
you can get the upscaling, but you don't see pixels because the 8K then takes it. That's 4 times as much resolution.
So many
as
people
before.
are absolutely bashed pillar to post by their parents about where they sit on the TV when they were kids. Because now I get people saying, "Well, how close can you sit?" And I'm like, "Our
Depends on
lounge
the
is
TV, yeah.
our lounge is 4 meters away. I measured
Yep.
at 3.8 or something."
Yep.
And so that's more. Remember they used to say 2.5 times.
2.5 times the screen
This
size.
is a 2.5 meter TV. So
Yeah.
theoretically, you should be sitting like
Well,
7
five-
meters back,
5 or
right?
6, yeah.
So, mate, at 4 meters, my biggest thing is if you're sitting watching TV, you shouldn't need to do this.
No, you need to
to
have
watch.
the whole TV in your eyes.
That's
eye
right.
line. If you're moving your head, you're too close.
Yeah. As long
Yeah.
as you've got about 4 meters, 5 meters of space in your room, 100 inches is totally bloody awesome.
Yeah, but I know 8K TVs, you can sit right up close to them, and you might have to be moving your head. But the extra clarity with the 8K resolution
is amazing.
You're not going to see anything. You're going to,
No.
like if you sat a meter away from a 4K TV, you'll notice the pixels. You'll notice little things. 8K not. So if you really want to get up close, but in your instance, what is it? 2.5, 3 meters away.
Yeah, 3 to 4
3,
meters.
3,
Yeah.
yeah.
Totally fine.
Plenty.
Looks great.
Yeah.
Anyways, full review details at EFTM.com, including the thing that most people reacted to is the photo of Harry standing on the entertainment unit. That's a
Give it some
12-year-old.
scale.
That's a 12-year-old standing in front of a TV, and he looked, dwarfed by the TV, which is always a good thing. Two Blokes Talking Tech.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech with Trevor Long and Stephen Fennick.
Have you ever taken a phone to be recycled?
Yes.
You have. So
For demonstration purposes only.
You're part of the 1% of people in
I'm
Australia.
in the 1% club, folks.
You
heard it here
that.
first.
Now, I spoke about this on the Tech Guide podcast, but I'm going to approach this from a totally different side.
Okay.
I'm looking at the reasons why people don't recycle.
Right.
And one, I remember speaking on this was my big radio topic for me this week, and there was a couple of hosts that said, but I like my old phones and they've got sentimental value to me. So it's like they had a job and the phone they had was a particular brand, and they thought, well, that means something to me. I don't want to throw it away.
I think I'm in that
And
category.
I think you are too.
Mate,
I am too. Yeah.
The only times I've done it, to be clear, are when I'm like filming a Today Show story and I need to put something in the recycling bin, or we went to Mobile Muster and pulled one apart. Yeah. And I took the dodgiest old nothing brand phones. I've never taken an iPhone or a BlackBerry or anything like that.
Yeah. It surprises me when people say, it reminds me of a time of their life. And it's, look, I'm the biggest collector in the world, and I keep things as it reminds, like I'm a Star Wars fan because it reminds me of my childhood or something, right? So you try to buy back your childhood, you buy back those memories. So I think for some people, they're actually attached to these old devices. There were points in their life that they want to remember, experiences they had with these older devices.
Yeah.
Whether it's,
I think the challenge is a lot of people don't realise. So what helps that happen, what helps the hoarding of devices is the stories about devices getting huge money on eBay, like the first iPhone.
They become,
it's like, buddy, I don't think you realise it was in plastic, it'd never been used. It's not a collector's edition. Your one is worth $20 at best, right?
Yeah. A lot of people also think, you know what, I might need that. I might, in an emergency.
Then you realise it's a 2G phone, a 3G phone, it won't work. So essentially what you need to realise, folks, is that thing you're keeping probably won't work. So I'll give you an example. I used to have on a shelf here, it's downstairs now, I used to have the special edition Oppo phones that I've had over the years.
Yes.
FC Barcelona, and a Lamborghini one.
Yep.
And I was cleaning up some phones at one point and realised how many of the batteries had swollen. And that's not a story because most people don't keep them lying around. But what reason batteries swell is because they actually need to continually be charged.
Yeah.
Like you need to put a charge cycle through them now and then. So I took those 3 Oppo phones, plugged them in, 2 of them charged perfectly. One of them, it's dead. Oh. It's never going to charge again. I'd need to get the battery replaced to get it to work. And
did it swell?
It's not swell. It's just won't take a charge. Yeah. You know, that old thing that you've got and you've kept probably never work again.
Yeah, and I think what Mobile Muster said, they've got all the support from the telcos and the manufacturers.
Yeah.
And that 94% of the population lives within 10 Ks of a drop-off centre.
There's no reason not to.
You can't do it. The fear is that a lot of people are going to see these in their drawers and just throw them in the bin.
Yes.
And they're going to end up in landfill if that's the case.
Or creating a fire in the rubbish.
In the garbage truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. So they need to be disposed of responsibly. And apparently 99% of us need to get the message.
Get out there, folks.
Yeah. So clear the drawers out.
There's no reason to hold on to it.
Look,
it's worth nothing.
If there is something you want to keep, then good luck to you. Keep it. Just don't throw it in the bin. If you ever eventually decide you want to get rid of it, recycle it. Don't just throw it in the garbage. So, and if you got a recent phone, you can get money for it. Trade it in. It's like your car. Trade it in.
If it's within 3 to 4 years old, it's got a decent small value.
Yeah. So it could make your next device cheaper.
How's the ambience of the rain?
Yeah, is that the rain? I'm just thinking, have you done something to the audio?
Nope.
Is that the rain?
That's the rain.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's raining very solid out here in the country. Yeah. Very solid rain. Country rain it is.
It'll smell lovely. You know, I love the smell of rain.
You mean after it's rained? Do you
No,
like that smell?
when it's coming.
Right,
it's
you can smell that.
You can't smell it when it's raining. Do you know fresh air smell?
Yeah,
you don't know that smell? The smell of rain.
I think I know what you mean. Yeah.
Come on.
Does your body parts sort of react to it? Like, your elbows and knees, like people with they've got arthritic or have had
Do
issues.
yours?
No, not at all. But a lot of people, they say, it's going to rain. My joints are killing me. There's a lot of people who think, well, they can tell the weather.
I don't mix in your circle, so I don't know how old people have feelings. I really don't.
Good one, mate.
Two Blokes Talking
Good on
Tech.
you.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
Well, we'd like to talk about our other great sponsor.
Great sponsors.
Our other great sponsors of Two Blokes is Arlo. And Arlo, would you believe, have bundles.
I would believe.
And what that means is that you don't, like traditionally, you just buy the camera, you might buy a solar panel, you might buy the doorbell. But what they do, they have bundles that can put all these products together for you. So they have bundles. They've got the in and out bundle, which includes a doorbell, a floodlight, an internal camera, so the essential indoor camera, and a solar panel. So that's right off the bat for $706.
Doorbell, floodlight, solar panel, and indoor camera.
Let me just put my glasses on so I can make sure the prices are right.
Yeah.
It's the floodlight, indoor camera, doorbell, solar panel, $706. So that gets you straight into the ecosystem. They also have the Come Home Starter Bundle, which has the internal camera and a doorbell with a spare battery. So it's the older doorbell.
All right.
The Essential doorbell doesn't have a detachable battery. I wish it did, because I'd have a spare battery and I'd just pop it in I do with the old one. But they've got the Ultimate Protection Bundle, which includes 3 external cameras. I think they look like Ultra 2s. There's essential indoor camera, there's a base station, and a doorbell. So all those products, $1,257, saving 15%. So these bundles they're on. I don't know if it's a Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but jump on them. There's still there's some time to go here.
I think they're bringing that cyber feeling through to Christmas now.
Absolutely. So and how's this? There's a complete protection bundle, right, where there is 4 external cameras, a floodlight, a doorbell, an essential indoor camera. All of those, right? $1,576.
That's remarkable.
That's your whole house kitted out.
Yeah.
And that is 16% off the regular price. So you're saving $300 on that price.
Nice.
So that gets you, if you haven't jumped into the Arlo ecosystem, here's a way to jump in head first, have all these products, depending on the bundle you want to set up. They're all there for you to look at arlo.com.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
Merry Christmas, Stephen.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It is, isn't it?
Is this happening?
This week is December. Can you believe Friday? We're recording Wednesday. Day after tomorrow is December. And that's when I'm kicking off my 12 days of Christmas gift ideas.
I'm going to launch a rival gift guide.
On Tech Guide. You don't normally run gift guides, do you?
No.
See, what I do, I run them over 12 days.
I know exactly what you do.
12 days.
I know exactly what you do.
So you
and if I want to do the same thing, the pile starts there and there's some downstairs as well.
So,
I know what you do.
So look, here's what I do.
Stuff you didn't get to.
Stuff that I've reviewed, stuff that I didn't get a chance to review that's new, that gets in there, and even stuff that I've never seen that I think it will be interesting to my readers.
I know we're going to talk about gift guides, but I actually want to do a gift guide. But I want it to be...
Couldn't be bothered, is that why?
There is part of that is a problem. But I have, and we'll talk about this in the private feed, I've made a big decision on my workload in December. We'll talk about that in the private. But so I always struggle with the categories, because you do like here's cameras, here's, you know.
Headphones,
I guess
phones,
I want to take, and I want
yeah.
to, if time permits, I will. I want to take a different approach, which is like, you know, for dad under 500, or you know what I mean? Because I think,
yeah.
I don't want to do the same thing as you for a start.
Yeah.
I think it's silly, but
It takes 12 days too.
well, you don't have to do 12 of them.
Well, it's 12 days. I've been doing it for the last 5 or 6 years. It's been like a tradition on Tech
Oh,
Guide.
very nice.
And I always start them early. Like I start them very late
because people are shopping. That's
or
the
early
point,
December.
right?
So by the time we get through, it takes 2 weeks to get through
Yep.
them. It's
So-
still mid-December.
So on the 12th of December, you're giving your final gift
No,
guide.
because there's weekends. So it's only
Oh.
weekdays. So 1st of December is a Friday.
Which day do you do the Trev's birthday gift guide?
Well, Trev's birthday is December 7th? No, December when? 2nd.
No, I'm glad, because I don't know yours either. March?
No, February.
February. I was close.
Yeah.
It's 14th.
14th,
Yeah.
okay. Well, it'll be done by maybe a bit after that, because there's the 1st is a Friday.
Trev's birthday gift guide.
The first for Christmas gift guides. December 1's a Friday, and so then this day 2 will be on Monday.
I think it'd be hilarious if you published
Trevor's gift guide.
a gift guide for Trev's birthday.
All right.
That'd be
Gift guide.
hilarious.
So what gifts people can both send you?
Yeah.
Right.
Have you ever done like an Amazon wish list? You know, people have those wish lists, but mainly influencers. They go, here's my link to my Amazon wish list,
Yeah,
just so people can randomly buy them things.
Yeah, right.
So, because what you can do is you can set it up. It's like
Yeah.
a gift registry,
Yep.
and people can click, and it sends, without them knowing your address, it sends it directly to you.
Have you got that?
No.
Me neither. Yeah.
Well, I
don't
mate,
expect anyone would do that.
No, well,
for me, anyway.
I don't want or need for anything.
Yep.
Like I'm doing very well.
Pretty fair. And doing very well doesn't always mean financially very well, although you are. But it means
not as well
other
as you.
things.
But that's okay.
It means the family, your life, your job, everything.
I've got nothing to complain about.
Doing very well. Yeah.
But I spoiler alert, I pre-recorded a Christmas Day radio spot today, and they were like, "What'd you get for Christmas?" And I went, "Lego, as always." I don't know, but probably.
Yes.
Although,
Lego.
Mate, I'm probably going to get a knife sharpener.
What?
I'm getting a lot of knife sharpening videos on TikTok, and I said, Amanda, listen, this is it. Send it. I'll send it to her. I said, I want one of these.
Wow.
I like when when you're cutting
sharpener.
veggies. I like it to be like proper.
Yeah.
I like the risk of cutting my finger off.
You want to be able to go like a chef, like
no,
really
I'm no
fast?
good at that, but because I worry about cutting myself. It's one of my great fears. Is cutting myself.
yourself. I
like,
think a lot
badly.
of people have the same fear.
No, but like if I'm opening a
cooking.
box,
Yeah.
like if you ever see someone,
Hang on, a paper cut.
you know when you open a pair of scissors and people hold them with the blade side, I'm like, stop it, dude! What are you doing?
You hand them handle
Oh,
first.
mate, no, I'm talking open and using it like a knife. People do that.
You do that with wrapping paper. You cut wrapping paper like that. With a scissor, open the scissors and just slide down the wrapping paper.
Open the scissors,
Yeah.
and then holding the blade. The blade is in your hand,
the other
and
one.
using the other one as a knife. I'm like that.
No.
That really messes with my head really badly. I bought the Elf wrapping paper thing off.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah,
and you couldn't make it work, could you?
No, well, that was the rip-off version. I've got the proper
You got the proper
now.
one. Yeah, right.
It was like buying an infinity game table for $200. The one that I took on the Today Show.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no, but the knife.
So what? Give us a teaser. What are the main categories you're going to cover on techguide.com.au shortly?
We're going to kick off, I think, with headphones, earphones.
Yep.
Then we're going to go into smartphones. I think a lot of people gift. People who gifts and like you're doing pretty good if you can gift someone an iPhone 15 Pro Max.
Yeah, but
okay?
a lot of husbands will buy wives, or wives will buy husbands.
Maybe. But I think too there'll be a lot of
Kids.
more affordable phones because parents give to kids.
Yep.
Especially like I know when my kids started high school, the Christmas before they started high school was when they got their smartphone present.
Yep.
And that was, I think you were the same way doing that. So there's that. There's also going to be appliances. Appliances do surprisingly well on Tech Guide. Whenever I write about appliances, they really do well.
Interesting.
Also, appliances, I'm going to do. There's a dedicated day just for drones. Drones. I think I'll mix it with drones and gadgets.
16 different DJI models.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else in drones?
Not really.
No,
not really. But no, I think I mixed that with another category, like I think it's drones
got
and
action
gadgets.
cameras.
Yeah. I've got cameras too, so you'll have the GoPros, the DJI, the Osmos, and all that, and other cameras. But also I do in-car stuff. That's very popular. So like dash cams and other things like that. And what else is there? I do like TVs as well. Like I know families gift themselves a TV. They go, what TV can we buy? They maybe wanted to watch the cricket or to watch the summer of sport.
Yep.
So all the major categories, including so I think smartwatches and wearables is its own one as well.
Yep.
So keep an eye out from Friday. Yeah.
Look forward to it, Stephen. techguide.com.au.
Don't forget, wrong side. Here we
Wrong
go.
side
Here we go.
Two Blokes Talking Tech.
Everything about tech you never wanted to know. This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
Thank you for listening. Episode.
Have you got the animations happening during the stings?
No,
or not yet.
No, I haven't.
You had the
received
opening.
those. I think he got a job.
Me?
No, the guy that does my video stuff. Yeah.
Really?
He used me as a reference. I've used him 3 times. He lives in Colombia or somewhere. And I had to do an online reference for him. I feel like I've now dudded myself. Anyway.
He's got the reference. He doesn't need to.
Yeah, well, he didn't get all the money for the sting. So you got to complete the job before you release that payment, brother.
Hello.
That's how freelancer.com works, my man.
With us.
Milestones, baby.
Yeah.
Episode 611. Thanks to Netgear and Arlo. We appreciate your support. We appreciate listening. Leave a comment if you're watching on Facebook, on Tech Guide, EFGM, Two Blokes, or Trevor Long. Doesn't matter where you're watching. Well, we know where you're watching if it's on Facebook, but let us know what you think in the comments below. If you're listening on a podcast, leave a comment on the iTunes Apple Podcast Store thingy.
Please. And we'll read it out. Or
a rating.
Any new ones?
Or a rating on... No, I looked. There's none. Or a rating on Spotify. And would love, because it is a massive ego boost for both of us, would love if you're on Spotify and you get your Spotify wrap and we're even in your top 3 podcasts for the year. Post it on Instagram.
Please.
Tag me, Trevor Long AU, and him, Stephen Fennick.
Yep.
It's just great because we will reshare those stories because it makes us look super popular.
And also to listen to our other podcasts. We've got our movie podcast, The Best Movies You've Never Seen. This week we're doing Liar Liar with Jim Carrey. So that's a pretty funny movie that we you have to listen to see if Trevor enjoyed it. You know,
we'll
I love
see.
it. But also share a review on that as well. We'd love to see your thoughts on that. You do get in the Two Blokes feed, but hop over to the Best Movies You've Never Seen feed as well if you want.
Thanks for listening. See you next week, mate.
Take it easy.
Goodbye.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.